My name's Daniel. I'm making a video every day until Cleetus invites you to the Freedom Factory. On this episode, I'm going to show you how to build a budget tool set. So I went ahead and I took my own personal budget tool set and I laid it out on the floor for you guys to see. I'm going to show you that in a second. What I started out with was just like a tool set. You can get like a 250 piece, Craftsman, Harbor Freight, Amazon, wherever you can get a good deal. If you have nothing to start with, start there. You can get a good deal on that stuff. That gets your ratchets, sockets, and things like that. I'm going to show you where to buy other stuff too. And one other thing I want to mention too is those tool sets come with a blow molded case. It seems really nice at first and it makes you think you got a whole bunch of tools. But that's its whole goal, is to make it seem like you got a bunch of tools. It's actually a huge waste of space. So as soon as you can, get yourself a used toolbox like this, and you'll be able to condense all that into a small portion of this toolbox. So instead of having a box like this big, you'll have this, and there'll be a ton of room to put more things and grow with your tools and everything. So let's dive right in. I'm going to show you exactly what you need in your budget toolbox to get started and fixing things. Most of the tools I have are for fixing cars and stuff like that. I carry this toolbox with me in my truck, so that way if I broke down or something, or someone else breaks down, I could maybe help out. I've got enough to get by with, or maybe junkyard hunting or something like that, you know. Also, it's got a couple things in there. I could go to somebody's house and just help them fix a little something, or maybe assemble some furniture or whatever. So it's got a little bit of everything in there. It's a box you can move around, bring where you need to go, and where things need to be fixed. You're going to need some sockets. Make sure you have 1/4 inch, 3/8, and half. You're going to want to have deep sockets for all of those and shallow sockets. You're going to want to have a spark plug socket. A lot of times the kits will come with one. Make sure it's going to fit your vehicle if you're going to carry it in your vehicle. And then I would recommend getting some impact sockets. That way you have something that will take off lug nuts or possibly bigger bolts if you encounter anything like that, but mostly so you can get lug nuts on and off. That's probably what you'll be using them for most. You're going to get your socket wrenches in the toolkit, so you'll have all those. This one I got for free in the back of a car. It's like a little mini breaker bar, so it's nice to have in the toolkit. That's something you could probably pick up at a swap meet for $1 or something like that. Pretty handy little tool. You can add things on that way, getting swap meet tools. You're going to get some extensions in your kit, but you're not going to get this many. I got a Harbor Freight. They have like an extension set. It's got 1/4, 3/8, half. I would get that. It's pretty cheap. And then you have a ton of extensions. Sometimes you got to really combine things to get to that bolt that you have to get out. So it's good to have a lot of different extensions. Open-end wrenches, you're going to get some of these in the kit, but this is one thing they've been cheaping out. I feel like on some of the kits, they might not give you all the ones you need. One thing you can also do as well, if you're really pinching pennies, is some things will cross over, like an 11 millimeter will fit a 7/16, 1/2 inch will fit 13 millimeter, 14 fits 9/16, and there's a couple other ones too. So that's one way you can get by with less and do it cheaper. But it's good, the more of these you can have, the better. Just pay attention to what's in your toolkit, and if you're putting it in your car to fix your car, make sure that they're all going to be sizes that are going to work for your car and you're not missing anything, like an 18 millimeter, for example. Some cars use that, and some toolkits don't include an 18 millimeter. This one's pretty self-explanatory, but you're going to want to have some screwdrivers for getting off trim panels or anything like that. Flathead, Phillips, make sure you have number 1 or number 2. Depending upon your car, maybe you need a number 3. And then a little pick tool is really nice. That could be good if you have a carburetor to work on or some O-rings or something to get out. That can be a handy little thing to have in there. And another thing you could get really cheap or find at a swap meet or get for free. So these are all pliers and things like that. I just made a video about these. I don't know how to pronounce it. I say Nipex. I don't know. Those are really good because they squeeze tight on the bolt or nut, and if it has the edges rounded off, it'll help get it out. Same thing with the vice grip. That's really handy for those kind of situations, other things that a normal pliers isn't going to get out. The crescent wrench, that works great if you don't have the right size open end wrench. You can use your crescent wrench, so handy to have. You can usually get those for cheap too at the swap meet, maybe $1. Same thing with the pliers, just general pliers are good to have. You can use them for connectors and things. Needle nose, sometimes you need something that can really get in there. Needle nose is what you need there. Same thing, diagonal cutters. One quick tip while we're here, diagonal cutters work great for pulling out cotter pins. I find they really grip onto the cotter pin, and as long as you don't cut it in half, you can really give it a good yank. So that's usually what I use to take out the cotter pins. I don't cut them in half, I just use it to kind of grip into them. And then wire strippers, those are handy if you need to do some wiring on the road. And you can usually crimp with a vice grip if you have butt connectors or something. So that's kind of a multi-purpose tool. You got to have some Allen keys. You never know when you're going to encounter those, and they're hard to get out if you don't have an Allen key. So really handy. Also, if you're doing Swedish furniture or Chinese furniture, you're going to need some Allen keys. These are drivers for the impact gun. So if you grab your impact gun, you got a driver in the box. And then these are just bit drivers, basically. It's good to have those. You never know what you're going to run across that's going to need those. Could be an automotive thing or maybe a home improvement thing. You always need bits. You always need a hammer, so make sure you pick up one of those. I would also have a 3-pound hammer as well, if you could find one. If I found a good deal, I would add it to the box. Magnet, that's really handy for when you drop that nut down and it's stuck in between the engine mount and it didn't fall all the way down. You can get it with the magnet. This is a piece of conduit. You can substitute that with any kind of pipe thing, and that becomes like a breaker bar that you can put on your wrenches, like your socket wrenches and stuff, or your open end wrenches. That's really handy if you get stuck in a bind and you need a little more leverage, especially in a small box like this. It doesn't hurt to have that unless you break your socket wrench, which could happen, but it's nice to have the option to have a little more leverage. Zip ties, you always have those. Electrical tape, you want to have that. JB water weld, that's perfect if you get a hole in your gas tank or something. You can patch it up and get home. And then the multimeter, highly recommend that too, because if you're having electrical issues, you can try and figure that out. These are all great budget tools that I would start out with my toolbox. If there's anything that you would put in here that's a budget tool that I'm missing, please leave it in the comments. That way people can see it. But this is a great place to start out. Good toolbox for going to the junkyard, keep it in your vehicle, for pretty much any situation. It works very well. So go out there, build yourself a budget tool set. You're gonna love having it in your vehicle. I'm making a video every day because I want Cleetus to invite me to the Freedom Factory. I want to build a V8 go-kart and do burnouts there. So that's why I'm doing all this. I'm making a video every day to grow the channel. I'm working hard. I want to get a ton of views. I want to start building more stuff. So if you support me in that, check out my video on why I want to meet Cleetus, and like, comment, subscribe. Every video to help me out. Do whatever you can. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys tomorrow.